He's described as the most successful composer of all time, but a few years ago he nearly quit the business.
We are pleased to say he didn't. He's currently rocking the West End with his new musical, School of Rock, which took 7 years to secure the rights for, apparently.
Well, actually, it took my wife 7 years to secure the rights, because she was the one who thought it was a fantastic idea, because our kids, like 10 years ago, absolutely loved it. And I saw it, and I thought, you know, yeah, it is a great idea for a musical, because it's got a great story. It's a primal tale, you know?
And it's so, because it is about the power of music, which you know all too well. Now, we were just saying before the break that you spotted Rihanna. You could have been Rihanna's manager.
That is not very good news. I mean, it doesn't look good because all of those shows I used to do, casting and everything. No, I saw her. She was singing with a sort of karaoke band in the hotel that I was at.
Sandy Lane in Barbados,
Sandy Lane
right?
in Barbados, yes. She was singing there. God, this must be about 12 years ago, it would be. And I remember talking to Nigel Wright, who was my kind of music guy, who did all the TV shows with me, and we were having a drink, and we thought, she's very, very good. and I said to Nigel, you know, do you know what, if we bring her back, you know, it's like, you know, when you see a picture and you're away and you take it home and you think, why did I buy that?
Never the same.
I thought, you know, I really said, Nigel, we'll get her back, it'll be fine, but, you know, then what do we do?
Have you ever wondered how much money that cost you, Andrew?
I don't think in those terms, but if I did, let me put it this way, it's not a story I'm proud of.
Now, let me talk to things about you're proud of. What people are fascinated by about you, and I certainly am, is that you are a genuine bona fide musical genius. And the reason I say that is that you will be walking down to buy your paper or your tomatoes, and you literally get melodies come to you in your head.
Well, they come at all times. I mean, sometimes I'm just playing the piano and doodling around, and I suddenly think, that's quite a nice phrase, and I can remember that. Or it will come when I'm in the middle of an interview,
so
and
give me an example of where you suddenly
just get very bored and I start thinking of a tune because I'm very bored with the interview.
Give me an example where you're bored with the interview, which you clearly
well, I mean,
are, about something that came to you.
No matter what came to me, you know.
Where were you when it came to you?
Actually, funny enough, I was in the kitchen.
Were you?
And I remember playing it, thinking, has that been done before? You know,
it literally came to you in the kitchen.
Yeah, I was just chopping an onion or something, making me cry. And then so I went in and I played it, and it came. And then, funny enough, the middle section of it, this bit, I mean, it took ages. I doodled around with all sorts of things.
Where did memory come to you? Which is one of my...
Well, memory is a long, boring story, but actually, I wrote it for something completely different to Cats, and it was meant to be for a silly opera about Puccini, the composer, and Leoncavallo, also the composer, and how they were going to work together on La Bohème, and they never did. And it was going to be said why it's Puccini-esque, which everybody always says, is because it was
Give us a little burst.
And then you thought it would be lovely if the Cats sang it.
Well, then it was a tune I kept, because that idea never happened.
See, this is just magic.
And I played it, you know, in the rehearsal rooms to Trevor Nunn. And he said, we have to have it. And it became the Grisabella song.
What is
Cats.
it? What if you had 2 hours left to live? God forbid, you look very healthy. 2 hours left to live. Of all the musicals you've done, what's the one you would want to see performed, and who would you have as the lead?
I want to see By Jeeves, my favourite musical of the whole lot of them.
Really?
Yeah, I love that one. I mean, nobody else does. Nobody in the world loves By Jeeves. But I just find it very funny.